Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I decided I want to talk about a new palette that I bought. It is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. This is its packaging. And I knew immediately when I saw it that I had to have it. All of those reds, all of those golds, pinks, it's a really like pretty color. Now the first Anastasia palette that I ever bought was actually the Mia Mia palette. You can look it up. It was quite a while ago. I bought that one when it came out because I was really excited. I was following her. I was a big fan of Mia Mia. And I have to be honest, it was a disappointment. It was not a very good palette. It was very chalky and it was wasn't very pigmented. So I bought that. I was disappointed. I ended up returning it because it was totally unusable for me. Even with a base, it was not that great. So I was a little hesitant to buy this new palette because I wasn't 100% sure I was going to like it. I knew that I didn't like the original formula of their eyeshadows. I didn't enjoy it at all. So I wasn't 100% sold that I was going to like this one. But the colors were so pretty, and then I went and looked up reviews. People were raving about it. I went to Temptalia, however you pronounce that. And looked up the review there by Christine, and I was really impressed with the rating it got there, so I thought, okay, well, maybe they changed the formula. I'll buy it, see how great it is. You know, worst thing that happened is I returned it to Sephora. So I ordered it. The moment it was released on Sephora.com, I ordered it. It showed up about 4 days later. Flash shipping my butt. And, as soon as it got here, I started swatching it. I couldn't wait for you guys. I'm sorry. I was too excited. And it is just as beautiful as they said it would be. It's perfect. It is nothing like the old palette. It's nothing like their old formula. It's really soft, buttery smooth, pigmented. I actually am going to swatch it here in a minute for you so you can see. I'm going to show you the packaging first. Full disclosure. I have an aversion to the filling of that faux velvet stuff. I can't stand the way it feels. Like it just, do you ever cringe at a filling? That's what happened. Okay. Packaging. Oh god, I can't touch it. I can't touch it. Okay, so slowly touching the canvas. I can't stand the way this feels. Okay, so that is the outside. It is that faux velvet stuff. I can't even handle the way, out of my, God, there's hair in my mouth. I can't stand the way this faux velvet stuff feels, so I have some plastic here from a different wrapping, and I'm going to be hot gluing it to it because I literally can't touch this palette without cringing. I don't like that feeling. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hot glue some plastic on it and hope for the best there because I don't want to get rid of this palette. I love this palette, but I can't touch it. Like right now I'm cringing because I'm touching this stuff. I can't move it. No. So I'm going to show you the inside of this lovely palette that I wish they had done different packaging on. Can you see that? Okay. Comes with a mirror, which is nice. Little plastic cover, which we don't need. Comes with a brush. This is the brush. I am not going to lie to you. This is one craptastic brush. This end, this little flat end, is actually really useful and nice. This end, the fluffy end, is total garbage. It is rough. It blends pretty well, but it's rough and it just sheds like crazy. Pulled off little fuzzies all over my eyes. So I'm not impressed with this little brush at all, but you know, it's like an add-in in case you need it. So for travel, it's not going to be a bad idea for travel, but it's definitely not an everyday brush at all for me. So here are the colors. So on my eyes today, I'm wearing Vermeer. I'm not going to try to pronounce all of these. It's not going to work. Basically, I'm wearing these four right here. And that's what's on my eyes today. Now, I was really impressed with their smoothness and their pigmentation. It was so good. And first time I swatched it, I just took this brush right here, this end of this brush, and I just used it to swatch every color on the back of my hand, no primer, and it was beautiful. With the exception of Love Letter and Venetian Red. Those two weren't as pigmented, but here's the thing. Reds are like impossible. So I'm not going to fault it because it's actually really pigmented for a red, but reds and really bright pinks like that are really hard to get right and get on solidly. So I'm going to get into the swatches, and I'm going to do it on the back of my hand. Now I have, like I always do, I primed one half. This half is primed right here. This half is not. And I'm going to swatch them with a brush like I always do, because people swatch with their fingers and it looks great, and then you get a brush and it doesn't look so great. I use a brush to swatch because you don't use your finger to do your eyes, you use a brush. So if it doesn't go on good with the brush, what good is it? Okay, so I'm going to start here with Tempera, which I'm not going to even bother trying to pronounce, but I'm going to start with this one. Now I am pale, so if you can't see that, good, because neither can I, because I'm too pale. You can probably see the shine from it, but that's all you're going to get from that one. It's just a shiny, pale color, and it's pretty, but it's not, it's not one of those colors that's going to stand out. It's more of like a brow bone color, which I think is fine. Now we're going to go with golden, whatever that color is. What color is that? I'm not going to try to pronounce it, but that's the one I'm doing right now. See, now that isn't that's a really unusual color. It's quite pretty, but it's not your usual color at all. Now let's do Vermeer. Oop, that one. Look at the shine. That was such a pretty color. That's a really lovely color. Now we do Buon Fresco. I think I'm not good at pronouncing things, so don't expect a good pronunciation of stuff. This is another one of those really cool, kind of original colors. It's got some purple in it, but it's not. It's got some brown, but it's not. It's got some fallout a little bit. Slightly dusty, but nothing too bad. I really like that color though. It's a really pretty color. It's a really good transition color too for these reds. It really is. I'm wearing it right now. Okay, now let's do Antique Bronze. Look how pretty. So now, like I said, this side is primed with the Urban Decay primer potion. The other side isn't. And I don't know about you, but I don't see a difference. So that's awesome. Now, when I do the red, it's never going to come off of this brush, so I'm going to have to clean the brush between. So we're going to do Love Letter now, which is this pink one. Why does it look so pink in the camera? It doesn't look that pink in real life. It's more of like a red-based pink-purple color. That one's a little drier, and as you can see, the pigmentation isn't as good as everything else. Like I said, when you have those reds, they're like that, It's just kind of what it is with those. Now, this color right here is next. Woo! Holy crap. There you go, that's brown alright, kids. That's really brown. I'm using my arm to clean the brush. Don't use your arm to clean the brush. Luckily I'm not putting this on my eyes, so it's not that big a deal. But generally, don't use your arm to clean the brush. So those are the top half. That's the whole top row right there. Okay, so primed to not primed. Raw sienna is next. I'm gonna do this left-handed, which is suck for me because I'm not good with left-handed. Do you see how, oh god, I'm making a mess. I'm making a mess. There we go. That's horrible. Let's try that again. Gosh, I can't even like go in a straight line here. It's pathetic. Well, I made a mess out of that one. Now we're going to go with burnt orange. Burnt orange. Please go in a straight line, straight line. Hey, I did it. That one's really pretty. Doesn't quite look like the pan on, but it's really, really pretty. Doodle on my arm again. Okay, Primavera. Which should be right there. So let's get a little bit of that. Get a little bit of, okay, straight line, kids. Straight line. So metallic. See how metallic that is? Can't really see it on my pale skin, because all it really is metallic. It's pretty though. Here we are. Very pretty. Okay. Now we're getting into the slightly less pigmented ones, which are the reds and such, because they're just hard to do. So we're gonna start here. It's such a lovely color. It's really pretty. I just scared myself. I was using this as a mirror, and there's a mirror behind me, so I was doing this and I saw somebody behind me and it scared the crap out of me, but it's just the reflection of the back of my head. Genius. Anyway, that red ochre, I don't know. I can't pronounce it, but that's a pretty color. I'll have to look up how to pronounce that later, I think. Now, Venetian red. That I can pronounce. Who's excited? Put a little dust there. Oops, sorry, can't see that, can you? There we are. See, that's really pretty, but again, it's not as pigmented as you want it to be because it's a red and they're really hard to do, but it's so buttery smooth. See how smooth that went on? The problem I usually have with reds is that they're really dry and they skid over the eyelid, which is just totally unhelpful. This, while it's not 100% as pigmented as you want it to be because it's a red and they're hard to do, it's so buttery smooth and you can layer it. So if you want to get that more depth to your red, you just do it another time. You know, just like that. See now how dark that is? And then I doodled on my arm again. Looks like I had a fight. Do you think I won? Against apparently my reflection behind me. Now I'm going to do warm taupe. It's officially dyed my brush here. There's my doggy. Doggy Birkin. There we go, warm taupe. That's really pretty. Nice soft taupe color. These are really true to their names. They really are. Raw Sienna is really true to its color. Warm taupe. Of the ones that I know what they are anyway, they're really true to color. I have to look up the rest of them. Last but not least, I'm not gonna pronounce it, but it's pretty. Beautiful orange color. That one is pigmented. No muss, no fuss on that one. Remember, half of this has primer on it and half of it doesn't. I think they look the same on both sides to me. Take a double look. Yeah, they do. With the exception of the red, because that one's just, it's red. So there you have it. Those are the swatches. Top row. Bottom row. Those are not the most beautiful swatches in the world because I suck at that, but they're swatches. Now you get to see what they look like. So yeah, like I said, I'm really impressed with this palette. I will not be returning it because I love it. I just have to, I have to put plastic over it because I'm still cringing from the feeling. Oh, here's what you. Anastasia, just one of those people that has a huge aversion to that felt feeling, that faux, not felt. What's it called? Faux velvet. The faux velvet filling. I can't stand the way that feels. So that's my review slash swatches of the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. And if you liked it, give me a thumbs up. Maybe subscribe. Leave a question down below if you have any. And I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. This is how we clean our brush, clean our brush, clean our brush. This is how we clean our brush.